friends and families. Today we're going to do a little bit of science. And while we do this, we're also going to be doing a little bit of math because we'll be sorting and classifying what smells do we like, what smells do we not like. And so I've gone ahead and raided my spice cabinet and a couple other areas in the kitchen to get ready for our smell test. So this is something simple you can do with your children at home of any age. And all it takes is a container and a rubber band and a paper towel. So I'm going to start by showing one way you could do it with whole foods or fresh foods by taking a whole clove of garlic, and you can place that garlic. You could even open it up and mash it if you want to have it smell a little bit more fragrant, but you can put your item inside of your jar or preferably a container you can't see through, but I'm going to put my paper towel around it so you won't be able to see what's inside. And then I'll take my stretchy rubber band and I'm going to put it around the paper towel. So once I have my covered item, this is something to do with the whole family, so you could pass around the table and even ask your older children or maybe the adults to not say anything, and then we're going to guess. So I can't smell it a whole lot with the peel and everything, so I would suggest definitely taking it off. The other option is to use a spice, and so I have garlic powder. And so you definitely raid your spice cabinet. And since we're working with children that can't quite read yet, it's okay to just take this material, open it right up, and let them take a big sniff. A lot of children will say, yucky, they don't like these more savory scents. But some children will say, I like garlic. And ask them what it reminds you of. This reminds me of an Italian restaurant, really good garlic bread, maybe a pasta dish I love. And so you can do it that way as well. Really simple. So some of the things you might want to look for in your spice cabinet to have your friends smell that they would love would be cinnamon. We love this smell. And that's a good one to say, what does this remind you of? They might say, it reminds me of the holidays or winter. The best would be a cinnamon stick. So if you're able to find a cinnamon stick, or you have one, to let them touch and smell. And for this one, it wouldn't be so much of a guess. It would be more of a smelling experience. So you can do it either way. I find that kids really enjoy to hold up the item to you while you are blindfolded or covering your eyes, and they'll have you guess, and it's fun to open your eyes and say, I was right, it is cinnamon. Another great one kids love to smell is nutmeg. That's a great smell. It might make them think of pumpkin pie. And then some of the more savory ones they might smell would be ground ginger. I also have curry powder, which I love the smell of curry powder. And I have turmeric and cayenne. Herbs are great too if you have any ground basil or dill. And then when we go back to those real foods, you can slice up a banana and cover it on a plate and have them guess, what do you think is under here? Use your super sense of smell and see what you think is underneath this container. I also love the smell of mango, and I don't have fresh mango right now, so I could practice smelling dried mango and see if I could guess. Another easy one is orange. Children can easily identify the smell of an orange, sometimes even with the peel still on, but definitely with the peel off. Of course, to throw in a little treat, I grabbed a Starburst, but I love that smell of strawberry or cherry candy. And then peanut butter. Peanut butter is a great one. You could put a little bit of it into your container and have them take a big sniff, and just smelling makes me think of peanut butter sandwiches. So now on to the math piece. How do we sort? So as you're going through your test, it could be as simple as a piece of paper with a happy face and a sad face, and you invite your child to decide whether they like the smell or not, and then you help them place it in the right column. This could also be something that you do with a graph for your family. So maybe each family member has a column, and we're counting how many of us like garlic or banana, how many of us do not. And you'll find out what is your least favorite scent amongst your family and what is your most favorite scent amongst your family. So that's an even more challenging extension that you can try, but it would be great if you have older siblings that are working on graphing skills. It would be a nice way to incorporate some of their schoolwork in too. So as I'm going through my smells, I would just decide, I definitely like the smell, so I'm going to put it under I like it. If you have a whiteboard at home, this is another way you can do it. I definitely know I like the smell of peanut butter. And then when I smell this, and I'm going to be honest, the smell of dill, I'm not a big fan of dill. So I'm going to say, it's not yucky, but I don't love it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the I don't like it smell. Banana, I do like the smell of banana, so I'm going to put it there. What about orange? If you know me, you'll know I love the smell and the taste of a juicy orange, especially a cutie or clementine. When I get to cayenne pepper, I'm not a big fan of spice, so I'm going to say, no thanks, cayenne. Nutmeg, I know I love my nutmeg, so I'll put it here. And let's see, ginger. I have some ground ginger. I don't love a lot of ginger, but I do like the smell of it, so I'll go ahead and put it in I like it. And I'll just do one more as an example. So basil. I'm not a big basil fan, but it does smell nice. I think I'll put it in the I like it. I may not like the taste of it, but I might like the smell of it. And if you have any fresh herbs, of course, that's the way to go. So if you have mint or rosemary, basil in your garden, you can pick some of those and let your child really feel, smell, rip apart and smell again to enjoy that flavor. And garlic. I do love the smell of garlic. A lot of children will put this in the I don't like it. And that's okay because their tastes are still growing just like they are. So then I would go ahead and count. So how many scents did I not like today? And I would say 1, 2. 2 in the not like. How many did I like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, can't forget my starburst. 7 and my garlic. 8. So I liked 8 scents and there were 2 that I didn't. So you could start with a number like 10 to give them some variety, or you could even start with 5 if your child has a shorter attention span and is a little younger. But enjoy this smelling process, and to extend it even further, you could go out for a smelling walk and see what kind of smells you smell along your way. So have fun using your super sense of smell and enjoy. Bye, friends.